I have no power to order governors to share palliatives, Tinubu tells Nigerians. You have no power. Now, wow, look at this man. You see the kind of people leading Nigeria. Quite unfortunate. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged Nigerians to vote against governors performing below expectation, saying he can't control their actions with regard to the petrol subsidy removal palliatives. Can you imagine? Tinubu said that as president in a democratic system, he cannot give orders to the state on policies and projects to implement. He spoke on Thursday, August 24th, at the presidential villa while charging the people to hold their state governors accountable. Can you imagine? The people reside in the state. Even if I set up a panel, I will have to go through the governors and the local government. We will continue to talk to the governors. Nigerians must hold them accountable. Can you imagine? He's talking like a president now. What about you? Okay? It is unheard of that in a constitutional democracy, a president will sit here and give orders to states. I can only appeal to them to implement. The people reside in the state, and if the governor is not doing well, the people must vote them out. Hey, you, Unko, say vote them out. What about you? Report calling kettle black. Can you say that? I'm sure some governors will lash out at him for saying what he's saying, because if the election, did he win election? He did not. This is coming after the federal government announced a 5 billion naira palliative for the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory to cushion the impact of the removal of the petrol subsidy. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum made the announcement in Abuja while addressing State House correspondents after the National Economic Council meeting presided over by Vice President Kasim Shettima. Speaking on the decision reached at the National Executive Council meeting, Zulum said the 5 billion is to enable the state government to procure 100,000 bags of rice, 40,000 bags of maize, and fertilizers to cushion the effect of food shortage across the country. Now, wow, who is going to receive it? Yeah? This funding has to be shared with a formula as follows. 52% of this money is given to states as grant, while 48% of the 5 billion is to be paid back on an instrumental basis within a period of 20 months to the CBN by the states and the local government areas in the country. The council has taken bold decisions in order to ensure the speedy release of grains and other items to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal on the less privileged in the society. The council has also taken note of the $800 million loan and insists that it be strictly used for the intended purpose and based on an accurate and acceptable register. The $800 million announced by the president will go to Nigerians in accordance with an accurate social register. Do we have social register in Nigeria? Who is in that register? Now, wow. Furthermore, the council has also noted the package that was announced by the president in order to cushion the effect of subsidy removal, amounting to about 500 billion naira. This is a bad one. So Tinubu is telling us now that they cannot force the governors on how they will implement the palliative. He cannot touch them. He's talking now like a democratic person, like a democratically elected president, after he murdered democracy in Nigeria. After he rigged the election in daylight, after he bought his way through by bribing INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmood to declare he winner, whether result or no result. All these ones are wash. The truth will be revealed and he will be out of office. Somebody say, but you have the power to rig yourself into power, B. I hear you, BAT man. That's what we're saying. You don't have the power to talk to governor, but you have the power to rig yourself in. You have the power to buy Senate and buy everybody and appoint who you should appoint. Yeah, fraudulent personality. That is it. Somebody say, When are you going to distribute Delta State palliatives? I am fully ready to grab my bag of rice and 8,000 naira by the grace of God. Can you imagine? You're not going to see anything. The so-called palliative by the present government will not hold drop of water. It cannot cushion the effect of the first subsidy removal. For instance, Lagos State has roughly 20 million residents and it was given 5 billion naira at the average of 250 naira, provided everyone is given. So what is the cushion rendered here? Tinubu has started on a wrong or failure plate. Exactly. That is why the Edo State governor is saying we should stop deceiving ourselves about that palliative, because it's not going to work. We're just telling lies to ourselves. That is the truth. This is Nigerian problem. The president does not have power to control the governors. The governors will say they don't have power to also control the local government chairman. The chairman have no power over the councillors. Same goes on to parents do not have power over their children, and children have no power over themselves. This scenario is akin to a ship without a sailor. That is Nigeria for you. It's a very bad one, actually. But you have power to give them free money in the name of palliative to the detriment of the masses. God will judge you all. Exactly. You gave governors, you gave senators and other legislators money as palliatives. And what you're giving them is even more than what you give to Nigerians. Because send me palliative. What kind of palliative? Let's support our governor so that the palliative can go round. Obviously. Where is Lagos State 5 billion and palliatives? Sanwo-Olu already finished his tenure. Who shall we hold responsible? You know, every state governor was given 5 billion naira each for palliative. We know. So where is the money? How can you have power over the governors when you are brainless and clueless? They give them back. That is true. So Tinubu is actually not saying, he's just talking like a democratic person. He is not. He is not. What he's saying is not correct. It means that he's not a good leader and not a good supervisor. Actually, the governors and the ministers report directly to you as president. You mandate them, you supervise them, you instruct them. That is what you should be doing. No matter the level of autonomy, they report to you and you oversee the activities. So don't come and tell us here like you're helpless. That is the truth. Don't come and speak to us like you're helpless. Somebody said here, between you and him, okay, they're already insulting themselves. This is not good. The fact remains that this government, we don't understand. The more you look, the less you see. More people will suffer.